All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're breaking down something that is absolutely crucial for any roofing business out there: local SEO. Our goal here is super simple: to give you a clear, no-nonsense blueprint to get your phone ringing with those high-value leads right when homeowners need you the most.
Okay, let's just paint a picture here. A huge storm just rolled through town. You know for a fact that people out there have leaks, they've got damaged shingles, and they're frantically searching for help. You're all geared up and ready to go, but the phone is dead silent. So what gives? It's a super frustrating and honestly a really common problem.
And here's the thing, this is the real heart of the issue. Your work could be the best in the entire state, but if you're basically invisible online, you might as well not exist to a homeowner who's panicking. The problem isn't your skill, it's your digital visibility. So let's fix that. We're going to start with the single most important piece of this entire puzzle. Seriously, it's time to stop thinking of your Google listing as just a name and number. You need to start treating it like it's your main digital storefront. Because for most of your customers, this is the very first time they're ever going to see your business. You know, optimizing the storefront is actually pretty straightforward. First up, add photos of your jobs. This builds instant trust. People see your work. Second, list every single service you offer. I mean everything from tiny leak repairs to full shingle installations. This helps you pop up for all kinds of specific searches. Third, be crystal clear about your service areas. And finally, and this one is huge, make it a real habit to ask for customer reviews. They are absolute gold for building authority. It's one of the first things a potential customer is going to look for.
And yeah, this quote just hits the nail on the head. That first impression on Google, it can literally be the difference between getting the call or just getting scrolled right past. It's your digital handshake. Make it a good one. Okay, so you've polished up your digital storefront. Awesome. Now it's time to expand your reach. We need to claim your entire service territory online, making sure you show up not just in your home base, but in every single suburb you serve.
Now, the strategy here is really simple, but wow, is it powerful. For every single town or suburb you work in, you need to have a dedicated page for it on your website. Seriously. Think of it like planting a digital flag. If you serve, say, 10 suburbs, you need 10 of these pages to basically tell Google, hey, I'm a local expert here and over here too.
And on those pages, you're going to want to use what are called long-tail keywords. Now, don't let the fancy term scare you off. All it means is using the exact kinds of phrases a real person would type into Google when they've got a real urgent problem. They're not just searching for roofer, no way. They're searching for specific solutions, like cost to fix roof leak near me.
So, you're visible, you're showing up in all the right places. What's next? Well, the next step is to prove you're the right choice. This is about more than just being seen. It's about being seen as the trusted go-to local expert.
Building that authority is really a two-pronged attack. On one side, you've got educational content. That's what builds trust directly with your potential customers. On the other side, you've got local backlinks. That's what builds authority and trust with the search engines, with Google. You absolutely need both to win this game. So, what kind of content actually builds trust? Well, think about it. Simple guides that answer the questions homeowners already have. When you provide helpful articles about how to spot storm damage or how to navigate a tricky insurance claim, you're not just selling a service, you're offering genuine expertise, and that positions you as a helpful guide, not just another contractor. Now, let's talk about that other side. Backlinks. Honestly, the best way to think about a local backlink is as a digital word-of-mouth referral. When another local, respected website, like a local hardware store, links to your website, it's like them telling Google, hey, we vouch for this roofer. They're legit, they're part of our community.
And getting these digital referrals is way more achievable than you might think. You can get them from local businesses you probably already have relationships with. The builders you work with, the real estate agents who recommend you, your local hardware suppliers, even local community directories. All these connections just strengthen your local relevance in Google's eyes. Okay, now, there's one incredibly crucial point that ties all of this together. It's consistency. As you're building all these online presences, your business name, address, and phone number, what people call your NAP, it has to be identical everywhere. I mean, your website, your Google profile, every single directory. Even a tiny difference like writing street instead of st can confuse search engines and just slow down all your hard work.
All right, now for the million-dollar question. When is all this work actually going to pay off? Let's talk about managing expectations and look at a realistic timeline for what you can expect to see and when you can expect to see it.
So if you're wondering where to focus your energy for the biggest bang for your buck, this is it right here. Optimizing your Google business profile, that's responsible for about half of your potential impact. It's the lowest hanging fruit and without a doubt, the best place to start. After you've got that dialed in, then you focus on those local landing pages.
Now, I've got to be real with you, this isn't an overnight fix. You can probably expect to see some early gains, maybe showing up a little higher on the map or for a few more searches within the first 1 to 2 months. But the real prize, those stronger, more consistent results, that typically starts to happen somewhere between the 3 and 6 month mark.
Okay, let's bring it all home with the key things to remember. It all starts with being visible the moment a customer has an urgent need. From there, your absolute top priority is optimizing that Google business profile. Then, you plant your digital flags by claiming every suburb you serve with those landing pages. After that, you build real trust and authority with great content and local connections. And finally, you tie it all together with perfectly consistent information across the web. It's a cycle that just keeps feeding itself.
So I'll leave you with just one final thought to chew on. You take a ton of pride in the quality of your work, right? The strength of the roofs you build, the satisfaction of your customers. The real question is, does your online presence reflect that same level of quality and professionalism? Because it absolutely should.